Alright everybody, welcome back. So today's going to be a different video. It's going to be the unboxing and first impressions on the Field number 12 cast iron skillet. You know we like to cook with cast iron, correct?
That's right.
Okay, so we've got the number 3, we've got a number 5, we've got a number 7, and we also have a number 8. And I do have also a number 8 from Field, and it's been a very good skillet. We use it for a lot of our meals. Vegetables and meat, anything in there. So cast iron's the way to go. We're just going to kind of move these up, and plus you can get a workout while you're cooking. So we're just going to kind of get rid of these, and we'll unbox this because I've had this thing for 2 days and I'm dying to open it up. Anticipating. And I just can't wait until opening it back up. Not literally dying. No, inside. Cast iron doesn't... We take care of our cast iron, don't we?
Yes.
And this is supposed to come pre-seasoned. I season mine after every single use. No matter what I'm cooking, I always do a seasoning afterwards, and I use olive oil. But I believe Field says use grapeseed oil. Other people use flaxseed. I think any kind of non-animal fat is going to work, because if you start using bacon grease or butter, then it can start getting nasty like bacteria in there, and you don't want that in your skillet. Okay, so I'm just waiting for Carmen, and we're going to go ahead and open this up.
All right.
And one good thing about Field is if you spend more than $100, which is very easy to do, it's free shipping. All right, okay, hang on. Okay, so it comes nicely boxed. And the first thing you see is thank you. You're welcome. Alright, so that's a very big cast iron skillet. Does it seem overly heavy?
Well, it's heavy.
I mean, it's heavy.
Yeah, it wouldn't be flipping an
It's
omelet.
not. It's not Lodge heavy. The new Lodge is heavy.
No, it's not. No, it's not Lodge heavy. No.
Let's take a look at the bottom. Can you put it down? So, yeah, right there, Made in USA. It's got their number 12 on there, logo, Field Company. So this comes pre-seasoned, but what we're going to do is we're just going to wash it off real quick, and I'm going to bring it over to the grill. We're going to just cook up some bacon real quick, just to see how it goes. What do you think about that?
I love bacon.
We love bacon. Love bacon. Bacon's good.
Yes.
All right, let's go clean this sucker up.
All right.
Okay, it comes with some instructions here. It says, Field cast iron is pre-seasoned with several coats of grapeseed oil. That's enough to get you started. Dark, durable, non-stick seasoning is achieved through time and use. Sometimes because you have so much use, you need to do a good seasoning yourself, and that's easily to obtain by preheating your oven to about 360 to 400 degrees. And you warm up your skillet on top of the stove, and you put either olive oil, grapeseed oil, flaxseed oil, whatever you're using, just to get a film on there. And you put it into the oven upside down, because you don't want it to pool in the corners, because then it can harden and it can just give you a the finish won't be so nice. So you just put it inside the oven upside down for about an hour. Turn it off and let it cool off in the oven, and when you take it out, it has a nice hard seasoning on it. So it also says, before you start cooking, gently scrub with soap and water, wipe dry, heat on stove top to evaporate moisture, which is what I'm doing here, and apply a thin coat of Field seasoning oil. But I'm not going to use seasoning oil, I'm just going to be using grapeseed oil. You don't need a lot because you don't want it to pool. And I gotta tell you, a number 12 is a lot bigger than a number 8. And every time I do my videos, all of a sudden everyone wants to drive on the road. That's not fair, is it?
We're just getting home.
Alright, so I've got it on the side grill. And the way I season my pans after every use is I wash it, I don't use soap. And usually, because it's already like a non-stick, I don't have a lot of hard particles on there. But if you're cooking something and you end up with some burned on, say you're doing bacon or meat or onion or something, all you have to do is put water in the pan and put it on high and let it boil, and then you can usually get it out. So cast iron is actually a very good non-stick, but you do have to take care of it. So after every use I do wash it. I put it on the stovetop on a medium heat, and when you start feeling the heat on the top rim that's almost too much to hold on to, that's when I put my oil in there and I'll rub it on. You don't need much, you only need about the size of a 50-cent piece. A lot of people don't know that. So it's about like that big. And so you just put a film on there and you wipe off the excess and then just take it off the heat. And that keeps a nice coating on it, and it also keeps the non-stick finish going. So right now it's nice temperature. And usually the bacon doesn't fit in the pan because the pans aren't big enough. But this is fitting. So this is a test. I don't know if it's going to stick or not. I'm hoping it doesn't. Alright, let's get a close-up of the bacon here. Smells good. Okay, so you can see if you were looking closely at my bacon, you would have noticed that as it's getting smaller, it's actually pulling from the pan, so it's not sticking. And they also say you're not supposed to cook acidic foods. I don't know, I do sauces, tomatoes, everything in there. I've never had a problem with it. And it doesn't seem to take the seasoning portion of it off. Now I do have I have a Wagner piece, I have Griswold, I have Vintage Lodge, and I'm searching for a nice Griswold number 8. I used to have one, but it got overheated and then it had a bow in it, so the bottom never sits flat. I would have gone with the older one if I could have found one, but I was so impressed with my number 8 field. The only thing that's strange is it doesn't have the pour spouts, but that's never been an issue when I was dumping grease off or anything. Let that cook a little more. And this seems to be cooking very evenly, even though the flame was small. Some pans, they end up getting very hot in the center, so your bacon kind of turns into a C because it doesn't cook very evenly. So this is looking pretty darn good here. So I gotta say, no sticking. just out of the box, not bad. Whenever I do outside videos, the Blue Jays are always, it's so weird, the Blue Jays are always out calling. Yesterday we had a black bear and 4 babies. I'm sure the smell of bacon will get their attention. Okay, gonna turn it off. And I just happen to have my official taster here. Bacon cooked evenly. The pan looks good.
Yep.
Go ahead and try it, see how the bacon tastes.
Oh, I love bacon.
Perfection?
Good, very good. I like it like this.
All right.
Crispy. Now where's Yogi Bear?
Yogi Bear's not around. I'm just gonna rinse out the cast iron, dry it, and then bring it over to the fire again. You don't want to use soap on it. Soap's a no-no, but you know what? I do. Can you get the grease, please? The bacon grease? I do save bacon grease. I use that cooking. Okay, I've got to have a piece here. I can't wait. Oh man. Good bacon. I've had the same jar for probably 5 years. If you think about it, it's disgusting, but it works. Okay, remember how I said there's no pour spouts? It doesn't cause a problem. And I gotta tell you, I'm doing this one-handed. For such a large cast iron, that's pretty impressive. Not strength-wise, but the fact that they make a nice, light piece of cast iron. Okay, I gotta rinse it off here. So I just rinse it off. Didn't have to wipe overly hard on it. Nice and clean. Gonna fire up the burner again. One thing you want to do, whenever you wash cast iron, don't just let it sit in a strainer. It'll rust very quickly. Rust on cast iron does not look good. It doesn't look appealing for your food either. So I'm just going to have it on medium heat. Okay, just going to let that get warm. Okay, Carmen, you got another piece of bacon. Uh-huh.
Did you already have a piece? Alright, hold on, let me have this one.
Alright, to the,
Oh.
to the
Ching,
bacon.
ching.
Ching
Ching,
ching. Very good.
You know what will go well with bacon?
Everything.
A glass of red wine.
Glass of red wine. Okay. I know a lot of people are just afraid to use cast iron because they think it's a lot of work, but it's not. It's just easy maintenance, keeps it in very good shape. Okay, so this is hot. Turn the heat off. Since this is a new cast iron to me, I'm going to be using a little more. Just rub it around. I use a cloth rag, not paper towel. Just kind of get everything, do the outside if you need to. Cowboy Kent Rollins has a YouTube channel. And this guy is where I learned my seasoning. There's a lot of knowledgeable people out there, but then there's a bunch of dopes. And Kent Rollins is the real deal. Because cast iron lasts forever. I have an old waffle maker from Wagner, and that's got to be early 1920s. Okay, so this concludes first time using with the field skillet. And like I said, I'm very impressed with such a large piece. It's not heavy. Whatever they're using for their no-stick finish is something that's really working well. The grapeseed oil seems to work. I'm changing to that. I used to always be olive oil. So, is it worth the price? This thing was expensive. It was $2.15. It's a lot of money, but if I was to try to find it in an antique store, find it in good condition without me having to refurbish it, I don't know what I would have spent. You never know. First impression is, yeah, it's worth it because this is something I can get on to my kids, my grandkids. As long as it's properly cared for, cast iron is going to be around forever. So that's my 2 cents, my unboxing, and my little bit of a review on the Field 12-inch cast iron skillet. So, thank you very much for coming along, guys. Carmen and I had a good time. She's inside now. And I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.